Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, today I'm gonna brave the heat here in Tucson, Arizona. We have actually had like record heat for the last 2 weeks. I mean, it's just been unbearable. So that's why I've been in the shop, our garage, working on the motor, the 1835, which is going to go into that beautiful car right there. But we came across a project that I just can't pass up. For one thing, it is going to cool off, and we are going to be making trips out to Glamis. So I know it's very hot out there in that desert right now, but it will cool off, and we got to get this guy ready. So I took it for a little spin around the neighborhood yesterday, and it absolutely rips. I put in a couple of new spark plugs that were fouled out, and it's a ripper right now. But we still got to get the tires for the sand, because this will just sink into the sand right now. We have one paddle tire out there, but we got to get a set. I got wheels, but we got to get tires still, and then this thing will be ready for the sand. And I did make contact with my upholstery guy. These seats are going to be going to him and getting recovered. So things are on the way. But a co-worker of my son, apparently he's cleaning out his shop, and he has a bunch of off-road stuff. One thing he gave us is, I don't know if you can see on Frankenbuggy there, that radiator. He's like, yeah, this is in the way. Yeah, go ahead and take it. And then we come over here. You know, it has a broken gear in it, because apparently he has an LS in his buggy, and this 091 couldn't handle it. So I think second gear is broken, but I got a couple of gear clusters that I'm sure I got the gear to put in there and fix it. So what I'll end up doing with that, with the Turbo 1835, it's going to have to go into Rally Bug, because that little sedan transmission will probably break with the horsepower I'm going to be putting through it. But today's project, back to the buggy, he cleaned out his garage, did a little bit more cleaning, and came up with some lights here. He's like, yeah, I don't need these lights anymore. So, and we are, because you know, driving the dunes at nighttime, that's a fun time to do it. We got this rear tail light here. This thing, brake lights, strobe lights, this thing has all sorts of stuff. That is a very cool light there. And then we got these big lights here, and I'm going to be making little brackets to put them up here, so that'll look cool. And then this guy here is another light, and right now you can see right there, I already made the templates and started making the brackets there. But I'm gonna put this guy up here, then we'll have the big round ones on top, and then Bobby had a couple of these guys here, little square jobbies, rectangle. I'm going to end up mounting those right here. So we're going to have plenty of light out the front with the bar, the square ones, and the big round ones on top, and then this trick strobe one in the back there. And then we'll have to get some whips. Now on one guy's channel I saw, instead of actually putting whips, they have these lasers. They shoot lasers up into the air, so people will know you're there if they see some lasers going straight up. So I thought that was really cool. So I don't know what those cost, but something like that would be really cool to put on this buggy. But I'm going to get busy doing some fabrication here. I got to get these cut out. I made a little template there, marked them already. Going to break out the plasma cutter, do some cutting, and get this mounted up. And then for the round ones, unfortunately these gussets are down too low. I'm gonna cut those out, make new ones, and they got to come up here a bit. So anyways, got some fabrication work. I'm gonna get as much done as I can. It's supposed to be hot again today. I mean, record heat. We're hot anyways, we don't need records. Anyways, I'm gonna get busy, and I'll bring you guys back when I get some stuff done. Alrighty, we'll see you. Alright guys, I'm back, and it's getting hot. I'm not gonna complain about the heat anymore. Yeah, right. Anyways, I've been making up some brackets and mounting some lights. Got this kick-ass front one mounted here. I just made little triangles. Had to do a little notch around the electrical connection there. And there's actually, I'm gonna have to do a little notch. There's a set screw to adjust that angle. I don't know if I have to do that or it's pretty much locked in place right there once I get it tight. One thing I notice is that these sides are a little bit stripped out, and so I can actually pull the sides off and rethread them. So there's going to be some final details on that one there, but it's mounted, it's up there in front, looks really cool. And these are real simple, just little pieces of flat bar. I had some 1/4" steel, made some flat bars there and mounted the triangles there, rectangles. So that's cool. Now I just got done welding up here. These were in too close. The lights would have been hitting on the framework. So I just enlarged the gussets a little bit there. You guys that have been watching my channel knew the problem I had with the welder. Yeah, beads are turning out a little bit nicer now. Getting the right tip on there. So anyways, I'll get those mounted up, and then these in the back. Apparently this light, I believe my son said it was for a razor, and they must be using 1 3/4" tubing for there. So you can see it doesn't quite fit there, but Bobby suggests, so why don't you just cut a couple pieces. We got a radiator hose over here we're not using, and I'll make little rubber garments there to go around the tubing. It'll secure it nice and tight, and plus absorb any vibration, so we don't beat the hell out of that nice new light there. So I'm gonna get these all mounted up and bring you on back. But yeah, this is starting to look cool. And then what we do about the whips, that's another thing. That laser thing, that looks cool, but I don't know what those things cost. You know, you start talking lasers, sounds expensive. So we might just put some lighted whips on there, but that is a requirement out there on the dune, so somebody knows that you're there and doesn't jump over a sand dune and land on top of you. You got to let people know that you're there. So it's hot. I'm gonna get this day wrapped up, and yeah, let's get these mounted. I just ran those beads, so that steel's awfully hot. I'm gonna give it a little time to cool, so I'm gonna work on the there it is, little radiator hose trick there that Bobby suggested. So yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. All right guys, well, I'm gonna call it a day because it's turning out to be a scorcher. Not the heat again, Robert. Yes, the heat again. It's supposed to be fall time, not this. But anyways, got some lights mounted, and this thing looks totally cool. Got the front ones with the amber fog lights on there. Got the rectangular lights up there, and then up on top, those nice big round ones there. I don't think lighting is going to be a problem out of the dunes this season. And then in the back, this thing does all sorts of stuff. It's got its own little control unit, all the stuff it does. So as far as lighting, we got the whip left, and oh, this looks cool. It's starting to look like a real buggy here. Yeah, I like it. I like the looks of that. Anyways guys, that's it. I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks a lot for watching. I know it's just a quick video today. All I really had to do is make up some brackets and mount stuff. Bobby's gonna do a video just the wiring and stuff, and so you'll see all those lights function when he gets to that. I'm probably gonna get out here early tomorrow before it gets too hot, and I gotta move these pedals back. even as tall as I am, I got to reach for them. So I had Bobby sit in the front seat there, and I said, well, where do we need to put them? We basically need to bring them up to here. And then I'll just lengthen the rod that goes to here. So I'm not going to monkey with the brakes at all, but I am going to move that whole pedal assembly in. So I'll probably get that done tomorrow. And the thing's running great. We're just going to be down to tires. Besides stripping it down, painting it. I want to do a lot of work done before we take it to Glamis and get these seats done. So anyways, guys, everyone have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna move those pedals tomorrow. That'll be another quick one, but yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.